flung his coat all over the churros and the Nutella. It went everywhere. He was like, where have you been? Get here now and all this. He's trying to...
At work?
Yeah, trying to smash everything up. All the security guards had to come. Then he's gone to Tommy and he's showing the location of where apparently I was, because he looked into my Snapchat. He somehow tracked my location to Tommy's address, and he had the phone in Tommy's face, and he was like, do you live near here and all this? And then Tommy was like, yeah, like I do.
Do you see how wild it may look on the outside when you're arguing with someone and then you end up back in the house? Do you see how do you see where like other
that's
people...
crazy, but if it wasn't on live, I'm not the only girl that does that. Going back to the exes, it happens. Girls run back to the exes. It's just because it's on social media. Everyone's like, this is wild, but people do that.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another Mix Up Gutter interview. Today I'm here with...
C Baby.
Yes. For those of you that do not know who C Baby is, also known as Chyanne, Shiloh Baby, she is...
C Baddie.
She is a content creator. And she is very well known right now on TikTok. I've had a lot of you in my comments talking about, gotta don't do it. I run my own race and I stay in my own lane. And whatever decision I decide to make, I know what I'm doing. Now, this interview is no different to any interview that I've done in the past. And I hope you guys, after watching this, take a seat and relax. I have been trying to get you on a Mix Up Gutter interview since last year.
Sorry, it's because I've been so much mixed up with this whole Chris and Tommy drama. I don't really check my messages that much.
when I reached out to you and I was like, oh, I want to interview you, like, what was you? Did you think anything of it? Like,
no, I just thought that you just wanted to interview me, but
what did you not think? Oh, I could share my story or people could get to know me. Did you not think anything?
Yeah, I did think that, but my head was other places, so I wasn't bothered about getting an interview anytime soon.
Fair enough. How is your name actually spelled? Because I feel like
my full name.
No, your first name. How is it actually spelled? Because I feel like a lot of people misspell it and get it wrong, they pronounce it wrong.
They do. It's spelled like Chyanne.
Because I see
and it's pronounced Chyanne.
Okay.
Some people say like Cheyenne, or they spell it with the I, but it's or the SH.
Okay, because I see SHE, I see SHA. Bro, people are just making up their own. What is your background?
What do you mean?
Like, where do you come from? What are you mixed with?
Oh, I'm Jamaican, English, and Irish.
I see. Oh, you often have braids. Do you like the braids? Do you prefer braids than having your natural hair out?
I don't know. When I get bored of braids, then I have my natural hair out, and then when I get, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just...
So I like to mix it up because I'm a baddie.
Okay, where do we begin? So tell me like a bit about yourself. Like, who is Shy Baddie? Who are you?
C Baddie. I'm just actually just a normal girl.
Normal girl. Come on. You're the talk of the town right now on TikTok.
No, but do you know what it is? It's just like I am just a normal girl, but I've just got like I'm just in this mix up.
You got people watching you.
Yeah. And
it somehow rolls off onto social media. Okay. I don't want to get into TikTok straight away. I want to know more about like your background, like your personal life. What's your friendship dynamic like? Who are you? What type of person are you like in a friendship?
I'm quite a caring person and like the nice one.
Would you say?
But I have a bit of attitude, like I'm a bit rude as well. And my friends do get a bit sick of me. I'm like that friend that's nice, but then like I don't listen as well, and they just
Well, at least you know.
I know, yeah.
Do you have like a big friendship group, or are you like more close knit, like?
Close. My circle's quite small, yeah.
I was on one of your lives, and you were talking about. I think you were talking about your grandma.
My nan.
You were talking about your nan. What's your family dynamic like?
I'm quite close with my nan. I'm not that close with my mum or my dad or my brothers.
How old are your brothers?
I have loads of brothers, sisters.
Is that on your mum's side or your dad's side?
Oh, I have 3 younger brothers on my mum's side, and I have about 20 siblings on my dad's side.
Listen, we're in the same boat. My dad is knocking boots, bruv. He's kicking boots out right now and counting, so I can relate with that one.
My dad's got like loads of different baby mums. It's a joke. But they're all older than me though.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Like, I'm not really close with them because I'm not close with my dad, but ever since I've been on TikTok, they've all been trying to contact me and get on to me, and I'm like, nah. Like, they're trying to like, play the big brother and big sister act, but I'm like, we don't talk.
Yeah.
We never had a bond, so like biologically you're my sister, my brother, but not.
Yeah, it's not like that. You don't have that relationship.
Yeah.
A lot of people may not know this, but some that watch your lives and some that may have caught you touch on it ever so briefly will know that you were once in care.
Yeah, I was.
And how talk to me through that, because one of my sisters was in care once, and I feel like we don't necessarily talk about like the toll that like neglect takes on kids growing up.
Yeah, well, I went into care when I was like 13.
Okay.
And then obviously I come out of care when I was 18. Like.
Is that now that you're an adult?
Yeah. So I was in care for like 6 years.
And how was that?
It was alright, to be honest. At first it wasn't alright. Like, I was running away from home. I was going missing all the time. And because they were trying to put me in foster care, they were trying to adopt me, and I didn't really like being around families because I was like, this is not my family. And then they put me in like a care home, which was like a Tracy Beaker type of care home, and there was like loads of kids, there was Star.
Oh, so you
and
felt more...
Yeah, I didn't like it, but because obviously I couldn't do a lot of things, but it was alright towards the end. And then when I was like 17, I did get the choice to go home, but I just thought I didn't want to because I didn't need to be in care anyway. I feel like it was out of order for my mum to put me in care. So when I did get the option to go home, I just said no, and I stayed in care and got my own flat when I was 18.
The reason why you was in care wasn't because of what was, if you don't mind me asking, what was that? Was there a specific reason, or was it just that was you your bad kid?
Yeah, it was basically my mum had this new boyfriend, and he was like quite mean to me, and I didn't like him, and I told my mum about it, and my mum didn't really do anything about it. And I was just falling behind in school and stuff like this, and I was just trying to get my mum to help me, and she wouldn't help me, and I just dropped out of school, and I was just going out with my friends and stuff like this. And then I think social services got involved, and then they was just like to my mum, oh, we either have to take you to court and look into this whole case.
Oh,
so she
wow.
signed a piece of, it didn't go to court or anything, she just signed a piece of paper to my social worker. Yeah, no, section 20, like, it's like a form, like to say, oh yeah, I give social services, legal guardians.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what is the flick of a signature and then boom. So was you aware of this process that was going on? Like, were you? Because
I was aware that social services were around my family, but I used to stay at my nan's, and I was always out with my friends. And my social worker did tell me that, oh yeah, you're gonna get put into care and all this. Your mum's gonna sign you over. And I was just like, oh, for what reason? And she was like, because you're not going to school, and obviously you just like you're causing problems at home and stuff like this. And then she signed me over, and then she was like, oh, it's only going to be for 6 weeks till you sort your behaviour out, and then you can come home. And then I just got to the point, and I just thought, bun this woman, I'm not coming home.
I shouldn't laugh, but do you feel like it's too late, or?
I feel like it's too late, but everyone's saying you only get one mum, you should give your mum a chance. But I just feel like the time when I needed her, like in my teen years, when I was growing up and I needed like a mother figure, she wasn't there for me. And I kind of like brought myself up, or social services, people around me brought me up. So why do I need her in my life now? When I've got stuff going on now, I feel like I don't need her. And everyone's just, and I just feel like I'm the one that's pushing her away because she wasn't there for me. But everyone's just like, oh yeah, you only get one mum, but I don't see it like that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I understand what you mean, because it's like, obviously, I'm in a situation where I don't have a relationship with my dad. I stopped talking to my dad, like, well, our relationship started to deteriorate when I was 17. When he found out about my sexuality, he cut ties with me, cut all financial responsibility, and we've never actually, we've not had a conversation since I was like 18 or 19.
So,
Not I wasn't in care, but I never went to care because obviously I was old enough to fend for myself.
but you were still quite
But
young.
just that
Yeah.
emotional connection that you would want to have with a parent, I didn't get to have with my dad. So
Does he try now? Or-
no, he's still in his feelings about my life choices. But what I want to ask you is, do you have any like resentment towards your mum? Like, would you say you resent her in some way? Have you ever thought about it? Like, or what would you say your relationship
We have
is
our
like?
differences.
Okay.
We haven't really got in a relationship like that.
Hmm.
She does try with me. I'll admit she tries with me now. But when I was younger, she didn't try with me when I needed her. She wasn't there for me. So.
What was your experience like in school? Like, did you have loads of friends? Was you popular? Like, what type of school kid were you?
I used to get bullied in school.
Really? Why?
Because I was quite rude to everyone and I was quite an angry kid. So everyone just used to like stay away from me. Obviously I had like 2 or 3 friends. But like I was like group, like everyone would just stay away from me and they'd just be like, why is she so angry? Do you know what I mean? And obviously
what was your relationship like with teachers?
It wasn't really good. And because I was in care, I've been to about 6 or 7 different schools, and then
so where are you like actually like if somebody was to say, oh, well, like where are you from, like what, are you north, east, are you from London or?
I've lived in like Northampton, Birmingham, South London, West London.
Okay.
I've lived there, yeah.
But how does that make you feel to like not have like a just a set location, set address? Like, doesn't that get annoying?
It was annoying at first, but then I got used to it. I was just like, yeah, like we're moving, whatever. Packed my stuff and just went to my next care home. Yeah.
Like, doesn't that take a mental toll on you? Like,
it did at first, because my first couple of care homes, I like had a bond with the staff members that were there and some of the girls, and then after a while, I just thought I just saw it as like I'm not gonna make a bond with the staff or the people. I'm gonna keep myself to myself.
Because you know that eventually.
It's like when I do pack up, I'm just like, yeah, see you later, bye. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna miss you.
Okay, so you put up like a wall so that you don't get hurt or emotionally connected to something.
Yeah.
During your time in school, did anybody know that you were in care? Did any of the other school kids know that you were in care? Did you ever get like bullied for being in care?
Yeah. Like they would call me like, you know, there's like a section like they looked after children and stuff like that. It's like classes care. Like some of the girls that I used to hang around with, when I used to fall out with them, they used to just bring it up and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, you're just a care kid. But it wouldn't offend me. I'd be like, so what? What's the problem? Or like they would say, oh, your mum don't love you and all this, just trying to dig at me. Your mum don't want you, but it didn't bother me that much.
None at all. How?
I don't know. I just used to.
Where did you build this resilience from? Like, where did this come from?
I don't know, because I was on my own quite a lot when I was younger, so I just, yeah.
So what is the age gap between you and your younger siblings?
But I've got a brother that's like 11 months younger than me. He's 17, nearly 18.
Okay.
And then obviously I've got my 10-year-old brother, and then I've got like a 5-year-old brother.
Okay.
But they were really young when I went into care. Well, my brother was 12, and I'm kind of close with him now. But he understands why I'm not close with my mum.
Since you left school, was there ever a point where you thought that you like wanted to go to college or university? Or has that ever been a thought of yours?
Yeah, I was, because obviously when I moved into my last care home when I was 16, they basically said that I can't go to school anymore because I'm high risk, because I kept going missing from the school. And because I'm like in care, they thought I was going to get bullied and stuff like this. So then they decided to homeschool me. I didn't want to be homeschooled because I was like, I feel like you're isolating me from everyone. I was like, I can't see my family, and now I can't have friends. I can't make friends here. But anyway, I was getting homeschooled, and then I did go to college, and then I got bored of it.
That's fair. Not college ain't for everyone.
Yes, it just reminded me of school, and it was so boring. Like I did my level 1 and 2, and then I just thought, you know what, I'm gone. This ain't for me.
This ain't for you. Have you ever thought about like what what you want for yourself as a career?
Yeah, I want to do social media and stuff. At first I didn't. I just thought I was going to go to college and just do hair and beauty, learn how to do nails, eyelashes, makeup. But then when I started getting on social media like TikTok and stuff like that, I noticed that I'm really good with my story times and obviously on the live and stuff like that. I noticed I wanted to do social media.
Okay.
I just had a change of heart.
You're of the age where like social media is very impressionable and you've grown up with like social media in your lap. It's here, there and everywhere. So how do you like stay true to yourself? This is me just being honest, yeah? A lot of girls, once they reach like 18, 19, it's weave, they're dyeing their hair. So I'm quite surprised that you're 19 and you have braids.
I've never really been a weave or a wig person. Everyone's like, you should try it, but I don't know.
What about
Maybe
makeup?
one day.
What about makeup?
I don't know. Like I do if I'm going out somewhere. If not, I just wear like lashes or lip gloss, or I just come on with no makeup.
Do you feel like it is easy for you to come on without makeup, or like did you have to?
It depends what mood I'm on. If I'm fuming, my blood's boiling, I don't care if I have no makeup on or nothing, or if my hair's done. I'll just come on how it is myself. But then sometimes I do care. I'm like, nah, I can't go out without my lashes. I can't go out with my lip gloss or anything like that. What
are your thoughts on beauty gurus and like girls that do like makeup tutorials and try on hauls? Can you see yourself like doing something like that? Because I feel like, don't get me wrong, not every content creator has to be the same. And obviously you deliver your own content and it performs good. So do you think you will ever add makeup to that?
Yeah, like I want to start. I do, like, because obviously everyone knows me as C Baby, C Baddie. I want to bring out like my own lip gloss because I wear lip gloss all the time, and every time I'm live when I'm fuming, I'm like putting my lip gloss on all the time. So I want to bring like a C Baby's lip gloss out. When
it comes to social media, what goes through your head? Like what's the immediate thought? Do you think social media is positive or negative?
50-50.
What would you say? You are what you make it?
Yeah.
It is what you make it, sorry. What made you decide to make a TikTok account?
I had TikTok when it was called Musical.ly. When I was about 12 years old. I've had TikTok for about 8 years.
Okay.
But obviously it was called Music, you know what I mean? But I just used to do the little trends and stuff like that, and then I just started to go live and stuff, and then people started to notice me, and I had like 20k followers.
So when your followers started to grow and people were noticing you, like what was going through your head?
I liked the attention. I thrived off it.
this newfound attention, this new audience.
Yeah.
It's different from people in the ends or people back home.
Yeah, just normal people. I hadn't really been shown this attention before, and I liked it. I was like, wow.
Your audience, what would you say your audience is? Would you say your audience majority love you, or what would you say?
I think I do have a lot of supporters, and people find me quite funny, and they do really like me. But then I also think I have so much haters for the way I live my life and my actions and stuff like this. I have a lot of haters.
Do you feel like the way you live your life is wrong? Like what? Or
no, I don't think. In my eyes, I don't think it's wrong.
What do you think? What do you think it is? You're just human. It's just
I'm just human.
You're authentic.
I'm just doing me. Obviously, people can have their own opinions of what I do, but it's my life. I'll live my life. You either like me or you don't.
Fair enough. Have you always been like this confident, like before social media, or?
Yeah, I've always been like this, even when I was young.
And where do you think this stems from? I
feel like when I was on my own in care.
Just you being alone and you having to figure out a lot of things on your own.
Yeah, and I feel like I had to kind of like bring up myself. Like, I had staff members there, but they were just like supporters. Like I had to like bring up myself, so I just felt like, yeah.
Do any of the people from your past see you now like on social media?
Yeah.
Has anybody reached out to you from like your childhood? besides your family?
Like my old friends and stuff, or people that never wanted to know me, or people that used to bully me for being in care and stuff like this. They want to message me now, they want to be my friends. People used to, like, all the people that didn't want to know me now, they want to know me all of a sudden now.
And what goes through your head when you see all these messages and these old people popping up?
I just feel like you only want to know me because, like, I've got like a bit of followers and stuff like this, and I'm known, and like, you didn't want to know me before, so why you just want to use me? You don't want to be my friend. They've got bad intentions in my life. When you first went viral, what was that feeling like? Because I've been viral before, and it wasn't necessarily for a good thing, but it is what it is. Like, it was crazy. I felt like, wow, like, I didn't really care that it was for a bad thing. I was just like, wow, like, I'm viral now, like, I'm known, like, I want to be known, and I'm known.
But do you think that's a good thing, to just be known? But like, are you not conscious of what you want to be known for, or was it like, where were you at when you first went viral? It was just.
Well, I didn't mean, like, obviously I had plans before when I was on 20k. I wanted to get viral, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. I was just going to do my little vlogs and stuff like this and just try and. It was when I broke up with my ex, and then obviously I met Tommy, and my account just went boom, and I was like, my head just went boom as well. And I was just like, oh my god.
So you breaking up with somebody, like, while posting and just while being active online,
yeah, like, people,
it wasn't intentional?
No, like, people knew that me and my ex broke up. They knew that he, like, was kicking off in Winter Wonderland. They knew I was at Tommy's. Like, me and my ex was arguing over live. Like, we could have been arguing over the phone or on FaceTime, but it just happened to be on live. And because it was an argument, I just, like, it attracted so much viewers and stuff like this. I don't think any couples and stuff argue on TikTok like the way that we did. And then my account was going up and up and up and up, and my head was like, oh my god. I just felt so.
Anybody could be watching you. The FBI, anyone could be watching you.
I wasn't scared, no. I wasn't. I was like, loving it.
I like that you're actually honest and that you're real, because I feel like when we come on social media, and I've been in situations myself, and I always relate it back to myself. I've been in situations myself where I want to go viral, and I'm going to find a way to do it.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
Although that first situation, it just happened and you just went with it, and it, however it panned out. I like that you're honest in saying that, like, having seen people find this newfound interest in you, like, it felt good. I feel like most content creators got bullied, because I got bullied as well.
Yeah, like,
I was like a, what would I describe myself? I was actually like a class clown. Like, I would do dumb shit in the class. The teacher would send me out. Like, I was on pink report, yellow report. I was on all the. I was doing a madness in school. It went hand in hand. Like, the bullying got worse, my behavior got worse, and yeah, and I've just formed into the person that I am now. Some of the actions that may have played out on social media have often been triggers from my past, which I never actually realized. And I feel like it's good that you actually noticed that some of the things, some of your behavior is from how you've had to deal and cope with certain situations growing up. And even when I watch your TikToks, I find that you're just very carefree. And I don't, as much as there may be a controversial side to some of the content that you post, I try to see it as you're funny, you're carefree, you're charismatic, like, you're just like, you're a free spirit. Do you get what I mean? And I like that about you, and that's something that a lot of people can take away from you as a young girl growing up. There's no rule book to social media. There's no rule book on what you're meant to post. I feel like oftentimes we tend to compare ourselves to those people that may have gotten big and they may be hosting this and doing that, but not everybody wants to do that. Do you get what I mean? There's different ways to eat, and I'm not saying that these people are not doing great, but we all are in our own lane. Describe your relationship with Chris. How did you and Chris meet?
Well, I was walking down the stairs at Wembley Central, and I just, like, I saw some guy. He was like proper tilting, like his head like to look at me, like he went on his knees to look at me like that as I was coming down the stairs. And obviously I approached him, I said hi, because I just thought like this guy's like proper like going on his knees to look at me. And obviously I moved past him, he's looking at me, so I just said hi.
What was you doing that day? Was you going home or?
Yeah, I was going home. And then he was like, "You're alright, yeah?" And he was just like, "Let me get your Instagram." And I was just like, "Alright, cool." And then I gave him my Instagram, and then I went on the train with him, and then obviously
You just went from there.
yeah.
How often a day like would you guys speak? Because I feel like
I got home and I just thought it was just a normal guy. I took his Instagram, and he was like, "Oh, I knew you was gonna do this." He was like, "Oh, you're gonna ignore me and all this," and he kept calling me, and I was like, "Why?" Like I just thought like in my own time I'll message you. And then I called him, and then he was like, "Oh, like I really like you. Do you want to meet up and all this?" Me and Chris got together really fast.
Do you feel like that's a good, like, do you regret that? Do you feel like that's a good thing or bad thing?
Because I didn't really know anything about him. Within like about a month I knew him. We was together. Like we said, let's get together. Because I met up with him, and then it was just like, ooh, love in the air and all this. And I don't know, like he helped me a lot, because obviously I was on tag and stuff like this, and he helped me with the courts and stuff. He come to court with me, and like I've never really had a friend there or anyone by my corner, and he was there, and I was like, oh, he's coming to court with me, he's helping me. And like he helped me with a lot of stuff, and I thought like I've never been shown this before. Did
you guys make your TikToks around the same time? Like was you, or did he, like how did that work?
He wasn't really on TikTok. He never like went on TikTok. Like I had to like ask him to make a joint account, me and him. He was more the type of guy to just chill out, play FIFA, and like he didn't really like me going on live. He's like, you're always doing TikToks and stuff like this. Like you're always on your phone, like.
But in the back of your head, you had a goal, you had a vision.
That's why I was doing TikToks. I was always doing my vlogs, and he's like, you always have to record everything. You always have to go live. Like he's more like a private person, and I feel like deep down I've always been like an open person about my business or anything. Like I don't mind FaceTiming my friends or going live, and he wants to keep his life quite private. So I feel like that's where
you guys have your differences.
That's a very big difference. Yeah.
Did any of your family meet?
Yeah.
And how was that? Did he give a good impression?
Yeah, he did. My family really liked Chris. And
then is that why you liked him even more? Because your family liked him as well?
Yeah, and I built a bond with his sister as well. Like I met his sister, his mom, everyone. Me and his sister were like best friends, which was a big thing as well. And then it just didn't, like when we broke up, his sister blocked me. And I feel like she didn't block me because she didn't want to be my friend out of the sake, because
because it's her brother. It's just a conflict of interest. Do you think you guys would still be together if you wasn't on social media?
100%.
Because of you or because of him? Like
I feel like because of both of us. Like yeah, we had our differences. We used to argue quite a lot, but I just feel like we probably would have gone on a break or something like this. He would have gone to his mum's for a couple of days or something, because we lived together.
You're so young, yeah? Living with someone is a big deal, you know.
Yeah, I know, but it's where I've been alone quite a lot. Like we was together for a while, and where I've always lived alone or haven't had anyone. When I did stay with Chris, it was like a comfort. And I built like an emotional connection with him. Like we was going out, doing a lot of stuff together, and he liked me staying there, and I felt like I felt wanted, and that's something that I didn't have when I was younger, and I felt like I've never felt like this before.
When you're dating someone or when you're talking to someone and you're in separate homes, like it's a honeymoon phase, but then once you're actually living together, like you start to see like the bad habits or like the pet peeves about a person. How soon would you say you guys saw it about one another? Like
within about 3 months, 4 months of being together, I was getting like agitated and annoyed. Like I would go to my mum sometimes, he would go to his mum's, and I was just like, oh. But we just ended up staying together anyways, because like I don't know, we would argue for a couple of days and then we would just be fine. And I feel like it was where we was both young, we both wasn't working, and we were both with each other, like under each other's skin. So obviously you are gonna argue with each other. And then it just got worse and worse and worse towards the end. And then it was just time to pack up my stuff and go.
Are you done?
I want to be done. I do want to move on. But
Okay, no. I want to ask you a genuine question, because obviously a lot of people, in every relationship, you go back. In every relationship, you get closure and then you end up back together again. So, like, talk me through that process, like, of you guys breaking up and then getting back cool again. Like, what type of conversation are you guys having, or do you guys sweep it underneath the rug? Like, what is it like?
So basically, it's because obviously when we never really ever broke up. Like, we always just, like, he goes to his mum's for a couple of days or something like that. We never said we're breaking up. And then it was when we was working at Winter Wonderland together. He has trust issues and he wasn't trusting me. He was trying to, like, spy on me at work and stuff like this, and I was just like, I'm not happy. Like, he was accusing me all the time, I'm not happy. And it was just like, we broke up. And then I met Tommy straight away after. Well, it was like 3 months, like the whole 3 months. We basically said we were broken up. He was going to move out, but he was still living with me. But he would play his game and I would just stay in my room. Like, we would only see each other if we was in the kitchen. It was just like, we're just two people living in each other's house. But he would still try and control what I do and who I talk to, and I just didn't like it. And then when I started getting close with Tommy, I was just like, right, we're done. Like, I mean, I want you out of my house now. That's what I said to him. Because he kept saying every Sunday he's gonna leave. And he would just accuse me, he would slag me off, he'd like put me down. But then he would want to stay with me, and then he would say sorry, and I just felt like him being insecure, it kept pushing me away. And then when obviously I was with Tommy, it was all fresh to me. And
there was no, like, conflict. It was a breath of fresh air. It was somebody.
I did like it. Like, when I was with Tommy, I was like, yeah, like, I'm single now. I'm gonna like, I need to move on from Chris. I'm never getting in a relationship again. But then I ended up really liking Tommy. The thing is, with me and Chris, I feel like the love was already broken and damaged. Like 4 or 5 months before we even broke up. Like, he was just too insecure. He didn't trust me. Obviously, I might have gave him trust issues because I was out with my friends, or I just wouldn't talk to him about.
But do you feel like, girls should be able to go out with their friends? And
I felt like I didn't. There was a time where I had to climb up my flat window to go clubbing with my friend, and then he ran to the cab and he stopped the cab and was like, oh, she's not coming, she's not going clubbing. And he started chasing after me. He was like, why? I told you, you're not going out, so why are you going out? And then I just had to sit at home, and he made me block certain people, and I wasn't happy. And I feel like I'm doing so much for you. Like, I've cut off all my friends. I don't go out with my friends. I don't see my family a lot. And you're saying I'm not serious about you. Of course I'm serious about you, and you still have the cheek to accuse me of doing all these fuckeries. Like, you're just pushing me away, Chris. That's what I said to him. And I just felt like I was the one that wanted to leave towards the end. And then it just got to the point where I met Tommy, and then when I actually did sleep with Tommy and show him that, like, because he kept accusing me, and I said, if you keep accusing me, I will go and sleep with someone. And we're done now. And we had an argument, and then that was that. And then he actually did move out and stuff, and then it wasn't registering like, oh my god, we've actually broken up. Like, I just thought, yeah, it's a break up, whatever. But obviously I was drinking quite a lot, and then I met Tommy and we were going out clubbing, and then I thought me and Tommy was just gonna, like, be, you know, a sneaky link, whatever. But I ended up really liking Tommy.
Not to compare them, but what qualities does Chris have that Tommy doesn't have, and what qualities does Tommy have that Chris doesn't have?
Well, Tommy, I feel like I'm free with Tommy. He's like, you can do whatever you want when you want, and
you're more comfortable with him.
Yeah, Chris didn't give me this freedom, and Tommy's just like, go on, you can do whatever you want, and I'm just like, I really like that. And then with Chris, I feel like he's more like caring and stuff like this, and
he's more protective.
He's but
there's like that controlling aspect to it. Yeah. Sometimes the protective is a bit overboard.
Yeah, like I do feel like Tommy's caring as well, but I feel like it's like a normal type of caring. Like Chris is like a really out of control caring to like, yeah.
Your presence on social media is slowly growing, and obviously I think I came across to you at about 60 to 70k. So you was doing whatever you was doing online, and you said that you and Chris was over, but obviously there were times where you guys were hanging out, or you were around, you were still staying with him.
Yeah.
So can you kind of explain that? Because I feel like people,
because obviously,
would you say that ultimately you guys were friends?
No,
or?
I just felt like where I was living with him so much, I just felt like I did go a bit downhill after my breakup. Like I was just drinking a lot, and I was just, like, I wasn't feeling myself as much, and I felt like I needed him a little bit.
He was the only one that could like keep you grounded.
Yeah, like I didn't listen to my family. I didn't have no one. He was there for me. Like he's the only guy I've ever let in my life. I don't open up about my feelings. I don't let a lot of people in, and obviously I let him in. So I just felt like he was there for me, and he could help me. Like, and that's why I kept going back to him. And then it just like we never said. Like, I was going back and forth with him, but we never said like, oh yeah, we're gonna get back together and all this. We just kept seeing how it went, and the
lines got blurred.
Yeah, like he didn't like me going live with certain people. He didn't like me having certain male friends. He would question me about 10 times, like, why are you going live with him? What are you doing? How do you know him? How have you got this guy? Like, just loads of questions. And I'm like, we're not even together, but I'd ask them, and then I just thought like, oh, like I would think, God, like, I don't ask him, like, he's been talking to other girls, he's slept with multiple girls. I don't say, why, who's this, what are you doing, you're talking to this person. I don't do that. I'm not that insecure compared to him. I feel like he's got a lot of insecurities. I don't know why, but he does. On
to Tommy. Tommy is also part of the series.
Yes, he is.
So tell me about you and Tommy. Where did you and Tommy meet?
I met him at Winter Wonderland.
That's random.
Because we both worked there, and obviously he was working at the churro store. Like, I could see him in the distance, and he just come up to me, to my churro store.
And said what?
Can I get some churros?
To eat, or just to bring to his stand?
I think to eat. I don't know. I think he didn't want churros. I think he just wanted to talk to me.
Do boys talk to you quite often, or how are you in that?
Yeah, I did get a bit of attention in Winter Wonderland, but like, I didn't really, because obviously I was coming out of a relationship with Chris.
But okay, you was just coming out of a relationship. How did it feel to like watch bare couples go to Winter Wonderland? Did that not bother you?
It annoyed me a little bit, because I was like, oh, because my relationship was damaged anyway. But I thought, oh, I wish I had a cute couple. I could go to Winter Wonderland, go on the rides and stuff. But I wasn't feeling that with Chris, and obviously I was just there. I made a few friends, and I went on some rides with some friends and stuff. Like, on my break time, I would go on rides and stuff with like other workers, so I did enjoy myself a little bit.
When you first met Tommy, like, what was your instant feeling? Like, what was going through your head?
As I looked at him, and I really liked him.
But why though? Like, did he have a charm? Like, what was it?
Yeah, it was his little smile, and I didn't get to talk to him because there was another worker there. His name was Chucky, and he was just like, oh, can you not talk to this girl, please? Like, she's going through a situation with her boyfriend right now. Like, go back to work. So that's what the worker said. He was quite rude. But
did you like vent to him about your situation? And wait, Chris worked in Winter Wonderland as well?
Yeah, we all did. But he worked in the bars.
Okay.
Yeah, and obviously I think the worker that I was working with knew. Okay. So he told Tommy to go away, and obviously I think Tommy was coming in my churro store to get his bag, and then because he was annoyed that the guy told him to go away, he slammed the door. Like, rude, he just walked out and slammed the door.
And then what?
And then I just looked back and I was like, oh, okay then. And I didn't see him for a couple of days actually. And then when I was next at work, I saw him. And obviously I was working on the sweet store, because obviously there's like the churros, there's the hot chocolate, there's the sweet, and I was on my own. I wasn't around any workers or anything, and he got sent over to my sweet stall to get more sweets, and it just happened that me and him was there alone, and he come and spoke to me.
And you were swept off your feet.
Yeah.
You got this newfound friendship. At what point did you guys like start hanging out outside of work? How long did it take for you guys to start hanging out outside of work?
About after like, I don't know, maybe like a week since I knew him, I was like,
What you did?
yeah, I said, what are you doing after work? And
just went from there.
yeah, and he told me to come to his house. So.
And you weren't nervous at all. You had.
Yeah, because I knew him, and obviously I would check him on my breaks and stuff like this. I'd go over to him on my breaks. I would see him around work and stuff like this. And then obviously I just done with Chris, and I'm just sick of his shit, and I'm just like, fuck this, like I want him out my house and stuff like this. So obviously I was like to Tommy, what are you doing after work?
How did TikTok come into play?
I'm ignoring Chris now. I'm done with him. Like, he's always calling me. I'm just done, man. We're not even together like that, and he's just moving weird. And that was it. I'm done with him. And obviously I did really like Tommy. I like to chill with him and stuff like that. And I said to Tommy, like, what are you doing after work and all this? And I don't think he thought I wanted to chill with him. And he was like, yeah, come and check me after work. So obviously I went to him after work, and then I was scared because Chris was working that same day, and I was like, oh, like, he's just gonna move mad with me, like, I can't be arsed. I've been ignoring him the whole day. I'm done with him. And I went to Sainsbury's and I waited for Tommy, and then we got a cab to Tommy's house, and the whole night Chris was belling my line and all this, and he was just blowing up my line. As per usual, it's nothing normal. He always used to do that. And yeah, and then obviously the next day me and Tommy needed to go to work, and we were stressing out. We was thinking we can't go together because Chris knows that I'm friends with Tommy, and he's just gonna move mad, like, this is our work, we can't be causing all this drama at work. So we got the train together, but he got on the first train and I got on the second train, I think. And then obviously he come up to my churro stall, Chris, because obviously I was airing him. He knew I had work at 10 in the morning. Flung his coat all over the churros and the Nutella. It went everywhere. He was like, where have you been? Get here now, and all this. He's trying to...
At work?
Yeah, trying to smash everything up. All the security guards had to come. Then he's gone to Tommy, and he's showing the location of where apparently I was, because he logged into my Snapchat. He somehow tracked my location to Tommy's address, and he had the phone in Tommy's face, and he was like, do you live near here, and all this. And then Tommy was like, yeah, like, I do. I'm not gonna lie. And then he kept coming back and forth from Tommy's store to my store, and he was just causing so much drama. And obviously that was it. I was done. I was like, this guy's humiliated me at work. Like, he's brought all this drama to work. Like, I'm trying to work.
So what did like
everyone thinks I'm bougie and nice at work, yeah, and he's bringing all this, like, no, people don't. Yeah, this ghetto energy. But and I'm thinking, I'm so embarrassed right now. Like, Chris, you're embarrassing me.
So what was the manager saying? Like, did the manager?
I thought I was gonna get sacked, and he was like, no, don't worry. He said, like, it's cool, me and Tommy, it's not our fault, it's Chris, he's moving crazy. And I was like, no, we're done. So I went on TikTok, and obviously I announced, I've never ever done this, and I announced the breakup with Chris. I was like, oh yeah, I made a TikTok saying like, goodbye Chris, or like something like that, like Hot Girl Summer, and that TikTok blew up. And then when I used to go live, I only used to get like 200, 300 views, and I only had like 20k. And then I think I went live, and I was in Tommy's house, and there was about 1k views, and everyone was watching. They was like, oh my god, they've actually broken up. And there was like, who's this new guy from Winter Wonderland? And everyone was so invested. And then Chris joined my live to argue with us, and then Chris was doing a story time about the whole situation, and everyone was just tuned into it. And then I would go to work, and then obviously where I started making more content with Tommy, the new guy, I was going to the gym and stuff like that with him. And everyone was like, they were so invested about who Tommy was. And then it was always over the lives, and then people were trying to get involved in the lives, and then my account was just blowing up. Like, every live I've made, everyone was so interested about it. because I think it was just so open. Like when couples usually break up or stuff like this happens, it's like off social media, but it just happened to be on social media because I made a live, and because I was with Tommy, I had to explain the situation. Like me and Chris have been broken up for a while. I did meet Tommy, and I had to go into detail, and people were so invested about it. And then from there, there's just been a whole drama, like with the situation with Tommy and Chris.
Do you see how wild it may look on the outside when you're arguing with someone and then you end up back in the house? Do you see how do you see where like other
that's
people...
crazy, but if it wasn't on live, I'm not the only girl that does that. Going back to their exes, it happens. Girls run back to their exes. It's just because it's on social media. Everyone's like, this is wild, but people do that. But I feel like because it's on social media, everyone's shocked about it. But if it wasn't on social media, I feel like it would be different. But it shouldn't. Stuff like this shouldn't be shamed to be on social media, I don't think.
But as I said already, I feel like everyone's different with whatever they post.
Yeah.
If you choose to post about your relationship, if you choose to announce that you've broken up with somebody, you can. Why can't you? Your fave, when you're wondering where their boyfriend is, and then they tell you, you get your answer. So I'll be so real. Meeting you and then meeting Tommy, we're all human. We all have disagreements. We all may get fiery sometimes. However, now that you kind of explained some of the situations in a bit of depth, I don't want to put everything on Chris, but I do see how explosive he can be.
Yeah. And
I feel like him being explosive, and then say you're on Instagram Live, coincidentally, you just want to like match him, and then it just gets worse.
Yeah, it's
you
just
know
like
what I mean?
Fire and
yeah,
fire.
It's just fire and fire. So it's like
I was literally minding my own business with Tommy. We was just listening to music, and I just went live, and I was just like, me and Chris have broken up. I'm gonna be moving on and just working like all the time, really. And it was, Chris didn't really, because Chris never used to come on TikTok. He was always that calm guy that used to play FIFA and stuff like this. He was not about social media, but I felt like he was just like angry, and obviously he's come on TikTok and he's going, he's like swearing and cussing and making his life, which has caused me, like, because I'm thinking, I love TikTok, you're making me look bad on social media, so I'm defending myself. He's going mad at me, and it's just like, because it's like a massive domestic going on social media, everyone's tuned into it. And then since then, my account just blew up like that.
What I do want to say to you as somebody like that's a bit older, like, I do want you to have a bit of like self-control sometimes. Like don't get me wrong, the views, the engagement, the growth is great. I don't want you to lose yourself, because I feel like ultimately you know who you are. You have a personality of your own. I don't feel like you've adopted your image or your characteristics from anywhere. I feel like obviously from some of your past traumas and from issues that you faced, you've built up a wall, but ultimately I feel like, would you say you're happy with who you are as a person?
Yeah, I am, but then
there's just some aspects that you just would want to work on. That's fair to say. Do you know what? I don't want to say, I hate to bring up age, but you're actually 19. You have years to go before you actually have to be like, all right, I need to get my shit together. But even at that point, life is just a rotating ball, a rotating sphere. Like, it's just ongoing and ongoing. I could be 30 and fall short. My YouTube doesn't make sense anymore. Like, and I'm then figuring it out again. Like, do you get what I mean? So when you get into a drama online and then hate comes your way, how do you deal with trolls? How do you deal with people thinking that they know who you are?
Well, I ignore it, to be honest. I don't care as much, but I feel like recently I have been like before I would just ignore it, but recently I've been like casting people out. I don't know why. I just.
You think it's getting to you?
Not so much as getting to me, but I'm just like, I'm just thinking, who are these people? Like, they're cussing me out. Why? Like, you're cussing me out, but then you're at home watching me all the time. Like, I can't be that boring because you're watching me. I can't be this or that, but you're still watching me. Like, I'm just like, who are these people? So I feel like I have to cuss a lot of people out now. But I used to ignore it, yeah.
I mean, I think I watched one of your TikToks, and I think he was dancing. I can't remember. I think he was in a red tracksuit. He was dancing, and a lot of the comments was like, "Oh, like people like, oh my god, you're stunning, you're beautiful.
Yeah,
I love how carefree you are.
Yeah,
I love how you just like to have fun."
Yeah, because I don't really like care. Like I just dance and like do whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I do have a lot of supporters and people see me for who I am. But then I do have a lot of trolls as well. And I feel like I have a lot of trolls because I've just come on the app and I don't care what I post or what I do. Like, why should
I think people want you to crumble. People want you to grovel to them and feel like you need them. And I think people want you to feel like you need to be liked, where if they don't like something that you've done, you automatically need to jump the gun and be like, please forgive me, da, 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 da. And it's like,
I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Like this whole situation with me going back and forth between Chris and Tommy, I think people expect me to go, oh yeah, like I'm sorry and all this, but I'm just like, nah, like I explain the reasons why and that's it. And I feel like people hate on me because they're like, oh, this girl never learns, this never learns and all this, but it's my life, it's not their life.
You was briefly boxing.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that, because obviously Tommy was boxing.
I wanted to do
Is that where
Tommy,
you got your influence from?
Yeah.
Was you not scared you might break your nose?
I was so scared, yeah. At first I was scared because I don't really fight and stuff like this, like I'm a baddie, I like my nails, I like all my girly stuff, do you know what I'm saying? I don't really throw hands. But then I wanted to do it as well because I was thinking it's like a new thing for me, I haven't done it before, so it's a new experience and I need to overcome my fears, and it's only a fight, it's only a boxing fight, do you know what I'm saying? But I was also scared at the same time, but then I really wanted to do it because Tommy was doing it and I wanted to do something with Tommy.
All these phones are out and there's like nearly 100,000 people. I
was nervous inside, but then I thought to myself, I'm always in front of 5k to 10k people. It's just a bit more. Like there's always phones where I'm recording when I'm like with a group of friends, or when I'm with Tommy and Chris, like we're always like live and stuff like this. So I wasn't scared about the views, but like I just saw it as like I was in someone's live or something like that. I didn't see it as like, oh my god, like, because I'm already used to having the views and all over the For You page and stuff like that. It wasn't a big thing.
Would you go back in the ring again now, or are you done?
I want to go back in the ring because all I wanted to do is I wanted to win a fight and then be like, I'm done. But because I lost my fight, I just kind of want to go in there to prove a point. But then I just feel like this boxing's not really my thing. I'm not. Who am I proving a point to? I mean, boxing, that's what guys do.
What are you looking to get into on social media when it comes to like group settings or things like that? What's your next venture?
I want to do like beauty and stuff, like with my lip gloss, and I want to do like, you know, like where you like promote like Chyanne and stuff like that, do like brand deals and like clothes. And I've made a YouTube channel as well, so I'm going to start making content on there, like doing like makeup routines, and I'm going to do like vlogs about my daily life and stuff like that. My account's called Chyanne Baby, and obviously from there I'm probably going to go onto Instagram and then just like, do you know what I'm saying? I'll see where it takes me, step by step.
You've got something going, and you have the potential, you have the engagement, you have the audience, and you have the full control. Is there anything that like people have said about you online that you're like, huh? Like what are some comments that you may see where you're just like, huh? Like that's not true. But you've not responded or addressed it, but you're just like, huh? What are you even talking about?
Oh, like some people say like, because I make TikToks with like, because I have like male friends on social media, some people try and say certain stuff, and
make that, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, make it make sense. Like, what are you talking about? Some people try and say they like, if I see someone, I see them. But some people are like, oh, I saw you today, or oh, you was here, you was there, or they just make up like lies and stuff in the comments, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, they're doing it for the clout. Like, people make fake accounts of me and they try and act like I'm messaging them and everything like that, and they post it for views. They act like they know me and they've been in care with me, and some people try so hard. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta be careful, you know. When you're famous, let's say you reach 1 million followers, like people become obsessive. And somebody that has 1 million followers that does point of views, and somebody that has 1 million followers that actually their life is their content, like what you do, like the response in the audiences are completely different. Like in terms of the content that you create or the content that I create, people feel like they actually know us because we're actually very open and very transparent. Whereas somebody that just does dancing videos or skits, there's that wall. People will say whatever and judge you, but you just have to keep your head on and don't get distracted from your goal.
Yeah, because sometimes when people join my box on TikTok, they're like, oh, but I'm like, you don't know me though. So you're saying all the stuff you don't know me, but they're like, but your whole life's on TikTok, I know you. But I'm like, but you don't know me personally to judge me. But then they do, because I do tell them a lot and I'm open to people.
Alright guys, so that was all for this Mix Up Got It interview with
C-Baddie.
Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe to this video. Make sure you guys go over to her new YouTube channel. Make sure you click the link in the description box below. I look forward to this new journey that you're going to have on YouTube, because YouTube is fun. You'll be surprised at how expressive you can also be on YouTube as well. The videos are a bit longer. They're a lot longer than TikTok.
Because I'm always on TikTok. I might enjoy using YouTube.
Yeah. So I look forward to that. So if you reach the end of this video, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys once again like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.